Hey foodies, thanks for watching. I want to show you how to make cornbread and vegetarian chili, and we're going to start with some peppers. And I want to start by cutting up my peppers. I'm not going to do the jalapenos just yet. And I'm just going to cut my peppers just like that. You can see nice and easy on how to cut that up. And before I get the second one going, I'm just going to preheat my burner and my pot. Oh, having a sharp knife is so nice. Okay, and I'm going to cut these up. Do that. Now the red pepper. So I want to cut these down just a little bit. I want them to be really soft and tender in my chili. There we go. And if you want to modify this recipe, by all means, you can modify it to have meat in it, like ground beef or ground pork or chicken or turkey. I'm just doing a vegetarian version because it's amazing. It's so good. Okay, so I'm going to start by putting in some vegetable oil. I'm using a light sunflower oil there. And I'm going to put my peppers in. Oh, listen to that sizzle. Isn't it nice? And then I'm going to grab a wooden spoon and just give them a light stir. So while that's cooking down, let's do the poblano peppers. So I'm just going to score the edge of them. There we go. Cut off that one, and they're just going right down the center. Look at that, and you can pull it right apart. What I like about poblanos is they're not super, well, they're not really spicy at all, but they've got such a wonderful flavor about them. And it's getting cooler out, or it is a little cool out. And I thought, you know what, let's grab the last of the produce from the garden and just see what I can make of it. And chili came to mind when I saw everything that I had, and I'm like, that's what we're having tonight. Okay, so this is another green pepper that I found from my garden. So I'm just gonna grab those, throw that in. Love the color. Now for the poblano pepper. It's interesting, the poblanos, I've seen them in the supermarket and they're marketed as like spicy, and I don't really find them spicy. I'm wondering, do you find them spicy? But I mean, that's kind of what chili is. You want a little bit of heat in it, just to really warm yourself up. And what I like about this is it's a big batch, and if you don't eat it all, that's okay. You can just portion it up into containers and throw it in the freezer, and you've got chili whenever you want. Okay, this is looking really good. Okay, let's bring these over. Here we go, give it another stir. Smells so good. Now for some jalapenos. And you want to just cut them into rounds. Just like that. If you want things really spicy, I would definitely add like a third or a fourth jalapeno. If you want it a little less spicy, I'd recommend just leave some of the seeds out. But you're probably not going to notice a whole lot of heat just from this. This is just going to add a really nice flavor. Okay. I'm not going to put the corn in yet. I'm just going to give that a stir. I'm going to grab my salt. Where's my salt? I'm just going to do a little bit of salt just to help the juices come out. Not a lot, just a little bit. So you can see them starting to sweat a little bit, which is really nice. Okay, so while we're waiting for that, I've got some green onion here, and if you want to use a white onion, that's fine. It's just quantity. So you need just over a cup of onion. And I'm just cutting this to like a pretty coarse, medium coarse consistency. There's a lot of green onion here. Okay, let's check on the peppers. Oh yeah, they're starting to get soft. That's exactly what I'm looking for. You can see like they're just a little bit softer. That's really nice. So I'm gonna flatten that out. I'm gonna put my green onions in. And I've just left my stove on high here. I haven't turned it down yet because I really want it to cook down and really bring out all those flavors. And I'm gonna use some garlic scape pesto. If you don't have garlic scape pesto, you can substitute the equivalent in cloves. So I'm using 2 tablespoons of garlic scape pesto, so you're gonna use 2 cloves of garlic. Little stir. So now we want to grind up some cumin seed, and you can get it pre-ground at a bulk store, but I find having it in its whole form, it keeps the freshness and it smells so much better and has so much more flavor when you grind it yourself. And it really doesn't take much. I mean, I'm just using a mortar and pestle here, and you can see in the bowl, like, it's been maybe 10 seconds, and you can see, like, I've already got, like, almost a powder, which is exactly what you want. And it just, like, it takes me to a happy place. It's really nice. Okay, so that there. Let's put our cumin in. Okay, put that back. I'm going to give this a stir. Oh yeah, you can see all the stuff is breaking down really nicely. Now we want to add our bay leaves, and it's just a couple bay leaves. Just again with flavor. Chili is all about flavor, and it's just, I love it, love it, love it, love it. So you want to grab some tomatoes, and I've got a few tomatoes here that I've just picked from the garden. They're different varieties, and I find having different varieties of tomatoes just helps really widen the flavor profile of the chili itself. So I've got some heart-shaped tomatoes and some costoluto tomatoes, some big rainbow tomatoes, and these are beautiful when you cut into them. And then I love grabbing just a handful of these pear-shaped or little cherry tomatoes because they're just packed with so much flavor. And these I'm just gonna chuck right in. Okay, so the heart-shaped tomato, I'm just gonna chop up, and I don't want to put the stem or the root end in. I just want to get it coarsely chopped. Okay, and that's going to break down. Let's cut that bit off. I'll cut around. I'm running out of space on my cutting board. not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, so I'm gonna move those. I'm gonna put this in. Okay, and we'll do the big rainbow next. So I'll cut that part off. You can see there's a little bit of stem still, so I'm just gonna cut that out. Again, you don't have to get all of it, it's gonna cook out anyway. Let's do this one. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. That looks so good. Okay, and we'll do this tomato up. You can see why it's rainbow, big rainbow, because they develop all these wonderful different colors inside of them, and it's so good and flavorful, and they're probably my favorite tomato out there. Okay, so that's gonna go in. And I can smell it's cooking up real well, so I'm gonna give it a stir. I'm gonna turn it down just a tiny bit because I don't want it to scorch. And let's do these Costoluto tomatoes. These are really nice on pizza. No, I don't want pizza. Oh, I'm working on chili right now. Maybe I'll do pizza another day. Okay, slicey, slicey. And at this point, I put this in, and I see if I need to add more tomato or not. I'm gonna give it a stir. We're looking to make this into a sauce, and we have to remember that the tomatoes are gonna cook down. And I think we're pretty close. Might add just maybe 1 or 2 more tomatoes. I've got a couple here that I started cutting, so I'm just gonna cut these up. Go. Oops. There we go. Throw these in. Oh, you can hear look at the juices bubbling away. That's what we're looking for. Oh, little lining got away. Okay, let's give it a stir. It smells so good right now. I'm excited to try it. So I've got some frozen corn, and I'm gonna put that in as well. I'm not gonna put all of it in because some of this is gonna be used for our cornbread, which is coming up soon. And I'm gonna give that a stir. Doesn't that look good? Now we want some chili powder, and we're gonna be adding close to about 2 tablespoons. I'm just gonna grab a regular soup spoon, and I'm just gonna add in a bunch. There, we'll add that. We'll see what that gives us. And I'm gonna grab some salt. We're gonna add a bit more salt. Because we've added all those veggies, we need to really bring the juices out of those veggies. And we're gonna give that a stir. And I'm even thinking a little bit of fresh ground pepper. I think I need my big pepper grinder for that. So let's grab that. Whoa, it's a monster. Look at this thing, it's huge. And we're just gonna give it a twist. You've gotta make sure you have enough pepper in it. Okay, that can go back up. So from here, I'm gonna add my beans. And I've got my beans already rinsed. These were canned beans, low sodium canned beans. I've rinsed them really well. You wanna make sure you rinse them, or you're gonna be playing musical instruments out the back end of you, which is, that's okay, but beans, when you rinse them, it's not so bad. So let's add the beans. Oh, that smells so good. Give it a stir. You can see a nice distribution of tomato and pepper and beans in there, and it looks so good. So if you wanted to substitute the beans for meat, this is when you would put it in, and you could even sear off the meat if it was ground meat, and you could then add it into this. So I'm going to put a lid on it, and I'm going to turn it down to low, and I'm just going to let it simmer for about 45 to 60 minutes. And while that's simmering, I thought, what a great idea to have cornbread, because cornbread and chili it's like a perfect marriage, and that's what you want. You want that perfect marriage to complement these things. And I thought, you know what, I could do 2 different recipes, and we could do them separate, and I'm like, no, but it's great to multitask, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to multitask. I'm just going to set this aside, because in a kitchen, it's all about how you can do these things all at once. And when I had my restaurant, that's exactly what I did. It was, we get the chili going, and then now we get the cornbread, and when the cornbread's done, it comes out, it cools for about 15 minutes. At that point, the chili is ready. And it's all like this perfect culmination of, it's like a ballet. That's the only thing I can think of. It's this beautifully orchestrated ballet that just comes out nicely. So we want to start with some flour, and I'm using Frankie's gluten-free all-purpose flour blend, mainly because I have to eat gluten-free, but it's an amazing gluten-free flour, and I just love it. And we're going to add our cornmeal and sugar, a bit of salt, baking soda, and baking powder. And then I've got some oil here. And then before I mix in my milk, I'm going to add in my vinegar into my milk. And the reason for that is it's going to curdle the milk. And that's going to make it it's going to make it thicker, and it's just going to give it more body, and it's going to be so nice. And it's going to make it more like buttermilk. Like, look at how thick that is now. It's unbelievable on how that happens. Okay, and then I've got my eggs, and I want to crack these eggs in a separate container, mainly because I've got my milk already in the bowl, and I want to make sure that I don't have any shells going in there, because nothing's worse than sinking your teeth into a fresh baked loaf of cornbread and going, oh, there's a big shell in there, and I don't want that. Okay, so I've got that. I'm going to add in my corn. There we go. And I'm going to give this a mix. What's really nice with gluten-free flour is you don't have to worry about gluten developing, so I can mix it, beat it, and it's never going to get tough. It's always going to stay light and fluffy and airy, and that's exactly what we want. And it doesn't take much to mix it. Maybe 30, maybe 45 seconds to a minute. It's really, really quick. And I'll just scrape off my paddle. Oh, this looks so good. What I really like, my original recipe didn't have corn, like whole corn added into it. And I thought, why don't I add whole corn? Because those little pops of sweetness are exactly what you want when you're sinking your teeth into cornbread. It's just, Okay. I've got a greased baking pan here, and I'm going to add all of this into my pan. It's a nice dense cornbread. And you can see like it's scooping out real nice and easy. Okay, just even it out. This is going to go into a preheated oven of 425 degrees Fahrenheit or 220 degrees Celsius for about 20 to 25 minutes. But I'm going to check it at the 15-minute mark because I don't want to overbake this. I want it to be moist and perfect. We'll see you in a moment. This kitchen smells so good. This cornbread took 25 minutes in my oven. Do check it. I did check it at the 15-minute mark, and it was still the top, as you can see, it popped up. It was quite jiggly, and I'm like, okay, it's not done yet. So I flipped it around, and then I let it go for another 5 minutes, and I took a skewer. I have a wooden skewer here, and I just inserted it right into the side, and it came out, and it was just covered in dough, and I'm like, okay, it needs at least another 5 minutes. So I put it in for 5 more minutes, which made it the 25-minute mark, and I put the skewer in, and it came out, and it was clean, and it was perfect. And so I've let it cool for, I'm gonna say about a half hour or so. So it's bang on eating time for that. Let's look at the chili. Oh, look at this. Give it a stir. Oh, it's cooked right down all those vegetables. Look at that. And oh, it smells so good. Okay, so I want to try it all. I want to try all of it. So I'm going to grab a spoon, have some of the chili. Oh, that smells so good. And then I've got a knife here, and I want to cut into this gorgeous looking cornbread. And I'm just going to cut in right there. Oh, I lost a piece, but oh, I think that's going to be the piece I want to eat. Well, let's cut that. Okay, and let's see if it's going to come out. I'll try the knife and see. Oh, look at that. It came right out. Oh, it smells so good. And it's crumbly, just how cornbread's supposed to be. I mean, if you don't want crumbly cornbread, then don't have cornbread. So let's set that aside. Let's look at these things. I mean, nice spring and texture. It smells really good. It's got that little hint of sweetness, but you can tell it's bread, and it's got that savory part of it. And the chili, I mean, this is gonna last me days. Well, not the bowl, but that's gonna last me days. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna just pop it in the fridge, and then, well, I'm gonna let it cool a little bit, pop it in the fridge, and just eat it to my heart's content. And anything that's left over after like 4 days, I'm gonna portion up into smaller containers and pop it in the freezer. And then when I want chili on those really cold days, or those days you don't feel like making anything, you pull it out, you toss it in the microwave, you heat it up, and you've got chili made to the way you want it. So let's give this a try. It's very hot, so I can, I mean, the steam is just rolling off of this bowl. And now's the time. Wow. That's really good. Sorry. Now's the time to check it for salt and pepper. It doesn't need anything. It's absolutely perfect. That hot pepper, it's hitting me right at the top of the palate of the mouth, and then it's rolling down the throat. It's not overly hot, but you can feel it. It's there. You're like, oh yeah, there's a bit of heat there. Yeah. Okay, I want to try this cornbread. I said I was going to try this piece because it looked really good. I'm going to try it first, and then we're going to do a mix and see what it's like together. You know, I could see like a little drizzle of honey on this, or a bit of fig jam, something like that. Oh my gosh, that would be so good. Okay, so now we do a little bit of cornbread and a little bit of chili. So I think what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna take a bite of this, and I'm gonna take a bite of this. Ha. This It's like the perfect complement to warm you up. If you're looking for this recipe, you can visit glutenfreeguy.ca. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. And coming up next is this. See you soon. That's good bread.